Shout out Sports Card Show. Today is August 11th, 2022. ZiggyNo here. I want to thank you guys for your subscriptions, your comments, your feedback. Today we got some brand new channels to share, some old ones we're going to help get some subscriber love over to, and some conversations and some controversies to talk about. Let's get the shout outs going, guys. Jump in. Let's start with Card Wolf. Guys, check out Card Wolf's channel. He did a really great shout out for me after just making one simple comment on his video the other day. In this video here, he talks about a giveaway he's doing. This giveaway will end tonight, Thursday the 11th. So check it out. If you want to get some free cards, send him a message. Check out his video. He'll tell you more about it. But just applaud Card Wolf. This is unbelievable. You should be Card Sheepdog, in my opinion. Great video here from DSS Sports Cards talking about the Prism 2012 box that he was ripped off in. Talks about the break and how he reversed it, and the customer service he gave. Great video, great explanation, great story. Lots of views on that. Give him some sub love and tell him ZiggyNo sent you. Another video here from the Sports Collector. Opening up some Donruss, hits the Marbles Mike Trout card. Very cool. Another sub love channel. Give him some attention. Another one for Cowboy fans trading cards, just under 1,000. Let's help him break 1,000. He does some shout outs for their channels here. He's a Cowboys fan. Makes me think of Stephen A. Smith. But it's giving away a hobby pack. So check that out if you haven't already. Another sub love candidate here for RJM Collectibles, just under 600 subscribers. There's a great basketball rip talking about how much he loves the basketball Prism blasters. I have to say, man, I love basketball Prism blasters myself. Another video here from Card Gains. Great video from Card Gains. Help these guys. These guys aren't just wrestlers. These are card guys with their card show. They're doing some slinging with some wax. And then you do some UFC wrestling here. Could you imagine content creator wrestling next year? But here they are in the chair and the car doing their little thing, doing a little hustle. They go to show, and then they go here to do some wrestling. Just amazing video, guys. Amazing video. Keeping it young going. Kids and cards. Here's a great video from Danny and Grays. Give him some sub love. Tell him ZiggyNo sent you. Opening packs in the car. Sit in my car seat, man. Those are the days, right? Remember that? Great video here on trades, breaking down the Mahomes trade. Now, this is one of the best videos I've seen on trades. He talks about how he did the trade. He talks about the trade value, how they determine trade value, how they looked at comps, how, he had trades up to the trades. It got him the trade value he got. Shows his collection. Just really, really good. Really enjoyed this video. Great explanation on trading. I'm sure he answered questions. Great video here from Sports Card Radio. Breaking a little controversy there with the Whatnot 86 Fleer. I'll tell you, this box stood out to me. I remember hearing the Johnson. I thought to myself, that seems fishy. Now, the 3 Jordans, I thought things were okay because I was looking for the number of Jordans. But when these guys came back graded 7s and 6s, only one sticker. That should make you think about this. So I don't know what to say here, but more to look on this. But I'll say this. After this in the Prism box, would you really buy any old wax? Like, I wouldn't. It just terrifies you. Great video here. Remember, it was on this date, the 11th of August, 2022, that you hear about local shows keep shrinking. You're going to hear more about that because right now Nationals over. We are in the correction decline. There's nothing to keep this hobby afloat as we continue the correction. What I mean by that, football's not going to do it. Basketball's not going to do it. It's not going to be baseball, and it's not going to be the National next year. We're in a correctish mode. Get ready. Great video here from Hoops Retro talking about SGC. Look, my comments here, I've always said this before. Keep your eye on CSG. They're very well funded, very well run, very well organized with real history and grading. And I think they're going to be the leader in the future. I want SGC to do well. I'm not against them. They have a lot of influencers that are pulling for them. But I think there's some big concerns. As I said before, the fact they're able to grade so fast isn't because they're good at grading. It's because they don't have a lot of cards to grade. And they ramped up expecting to grade more. There's going to be layoffs in the grading industry in the future too. Great video here. Lucas Tigers of Bronze grabbed Nick, who is the guy from Backyard Breaks. The owner talks about the origin story, how he started Backyard Breaks. I have a lot of questions that weren't answered in this. Now, again, they spent a lot of time just kind of enjoying Backyard's attention and, whatever. But I would like to know how they got their allocation, if they have allocation, how they're affected by distribution, what they're doing with Luber, how they got Luber on their show, what their plans for the future, how they grow their business. I think they have 15 full-time employees, which kind of blows your mind when you think about that. But think about this. That's a lot of people making money because someone's opening a box, right? That's a lot of money. Good video here from Rob and what's his name, Josh. I like this video. I'll say one thing that stuck out to me is that Rob makes a comment about vintage. They talk about vintage people hyping up vintage prices and flipping vintage. Rob, in his videos before, gives an example of how he flipped a Willie Mays for like 8,000 to 12,000 at the National. I think it's interesting to get his perspective because he kind of talks about it in a negative way and he does it. I don't know. It caught me a little interestingly. Josh is typically Josh, very contrarian, and I don't know. I just think it's interesting. People think of Josh as like having his pulse on the hobby. He seems like a hermit in the hobby to me. Like he doesn't get out of his own comfort zone. He's on the same channels over and over. I think we know why. Friendly zones. Great video here. Well, let me not say great. Good video here, because it was the curator that put me on to this Fanatics news here about these slabs. That Fanatics has slab their own slabs, man. Authentic, which is really not authenticated by Fanatics. It's authenticated by manufacturer, and they're overpriced on price. But good video here. I will say there was a lot of things though that these guys talked about that just made like nails on the chalkboard. They don't understand Go GTS and why they lost their distribution. They didn't even understand distribution at all, which kind of concerns me. They also made some really disparaging comments about calling the black label and the gold label from SGC gimmicks. Ooh, I don't know, man. The black label's been around a while, and I don't think they understand the grading. And I'd still call PSA's lack of a 9.5 the biggest gimmick in grading, right? There is no 9.5 is a gimmick because you can round up to gem mint. But again, good video, building out, Rebel Report, these guys, hoping to talk to Merle and Dan in the future. Wow, going on the sports card world. Hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. Give me your feedback. Give me your thoughts on the 86 Fleer box. I did see the guy who won that. I think it was 1 Cent Sports Cards we talked about last week. He never posted the grade of his card or what ended up happening with that. So that's kind of suspicious as well, don't you think? Maybe the graders realized that that box was already open. Thanks, guys. Have